Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Spooky Swans podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jess.
And we're drinking Narragansett beer from Rhode Island in honor of tonight's movie, which is Jaws. And I love this beer.
The beer's delicious. I am not a beer girl, but it's nice and smooth. And I guess it tastes the least like piss water.
Sure. You know what? That's a great ad for it.
Yes. I remember when we first tried this beer. Well, actually, the first time I tried this beer, because you tried it in Max's backyard.
Yeah. You've had it before that?
No.
You had a sip of it.
No.
No?
No. I had picked this up. There was a special edition of the Jaws box. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, oh, I really want the case that it comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has the Jaws logo on it and everything. It's a special edition. So I found it at this one bar. This one wine cellar type of bar that also sells liquor, and I found it for you. I was like, oh, I see this, and then I had put it in the fridge, and then I was like, guess what I got? And yeah, and Josh was super excited, and yeah, and that's when I tried the beer for the first time. You had tried it at your buddy's backyard engagement party.
Yes. So, one of my best friends of 20 years, he got engaged, and, they had the party in their backyard, and his father, who I'm friends with, who is also obsessed with movies, he saw me, grabbed a can, and ran over to me, and he's like, Josh, I know you love Jaws. This is what they drink in the movie. You need to try it. You're gonna love it. And I proceeded to have 3 because it's delicious. Fun little tidbit. That same backyard, his father used to host movie nights for a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. One summer, they decided to show Jaws on a big projector in the backyard, and they have a big in-ground pool. He waited till dark, and he took red film and put it over the lights in the pool so that when the lights were on, it looked like the pool was filled with blood.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we all got on floaties and tubes and watched Jaws in the pool.
How do you get the red film to stay down?
I don't know. He got waterproof tape or something. I'd have to ask him, but he did a really great job of that.
Nice.
Yeah. But, yeah, we landed on cult classic, which Jaws is the cult classic.
I know Josh is looking at the wheel for it, but I already had removed it because we got some new topics for you guys. But stay tuned until the end, and we'll go over those new topics for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I picked Jaws because it's easily one of the greatest movies of all time. It's a flawless movie, even though there was a billion problems while filming it. Mm-hmm. It still came out to be a perfect movie.
It's a great movie. It still holds up of today, especially being a 1975 movie 50 years ago. It's still really great. But I stand by saying 70s and 80s movies they're the best.
Yeah. Even a jump scare got you.
There was 2 jump scares in it that got me, and it was just come on, I knew it, I seen it, but it still gets me. Mm-hmm. It still gets me.
Oh, I was so excited yesterday to come home and watch it, because I knew we were gonna watch it, and I had a really shitty day at work, and I was just 2 more hours, and I could watch Jaws. So yeah, we watched it last night. I don't know. I can't remember the first time I've watched this movie. It was definitely when I was a little kid.
I definitely watched it on a Sharknado week. when I was like super young.
Sharknado week?
Yeah. It was like around, not Sharknado, I'm sorry. They were, on the TV, they were doing a whole bunch of like
Yeah, it's just Shark Week.
Shark Week. I'm sorry. I don't know why I called it Sharknado.
You know what? I don't mind Sharknado Week. That would be great.
Yeah, I meant to say Shark Week. They just had a Shark Week, and I remember watching that one, and I also watched another one. Unfortunately, you're going to have to help me with this, but here goes my describing of a movie, and Josh will put the pieces together and try to come up with what I'm saying. But it was like a whole bunch of it's a whole bunch of teenagers. They were drinking beer out on the lake, and
lake or ocean?
It was a lake.
Okay.
Maybe it was no, it was an body of water.
Sure.
Body of water.
Bathtub, sure.
Yes, can't tell you. I don't know. Body of water, and they go where they're not supposed to go. And yeah, so then there was like this huge ass shark that was like taking them out one by one. Which I basically described a whole bunch of shark movies, so
is that
hard to pinpoint which one it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the entire movie?
Yeah.
Or okay, because the way you started it, it sounded like the opening to Deep Blue Sea, but then they get saved by Thomas Jane, and then
was it Deep Blue Sea?
No, because they're only in it for like the first 5 minutes, and then
no.
Deep Blue Sea, another good movie.
Yeah, no, the whole movie, it follows these people, and they start getting picked one by one from the shark, and they get stranded.
Yeah. I don't know what that one is.
So, I will have to, unfortunately, I'll have to, like, look for it, and I'll tell you guys next week what it is.
Yeah,
if I figure it out. Okay. Or if Josh somehow figures it out right now, or throughout this episode, maybe he'll, like, have it in the back of his mind and be like, oh, do you mean this?
It's gonna annoy
And I'll be
me.
like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. But there's been a million shark movies, none of which have ever lived up to Jaws. And the reason for that, in my, mind, is they show too much shark in other shark movies. Jaws is scary
to
because...
the point that it's cheesy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaws is scary because it's
suspenseful.
It's the suspense of not knowing what's underneath you.
Oh, yes.
And if you show too much shark, you're like, alright, well, that's it. And then that's the end of it. But Jaws, the shark, you see it for maybe 3 minutes of the whole movie.
Actually, I did look at that to see how much screen time the shark gets. 4 minutes.
4 minutes, so.
That's it.
Yeah. And it's a whole movie about a shark.
Yes.
Only 4 minutes.
It's 2 hours long, so.
Yeah.
The beginning, I will say, is a little slow, but I think it's more because I was a little bit more tired yesterday. Because I had to exercise beforehand, and then I was like... So at one point, I was closing my eyes a little bit.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, get out of it.
Yeah, you went to work out, and then you came home, immediately had dinner, and then you were just like,
I know, I was like forcing myself. I was like, you gotta do it, girl, you gotta do it. Yeah, so the beginning was like a little on the slower side. If you're watching it for like the very first time, of course.
I don't mind the beginning. I love all the characters.
See, I don't mind it now, but like being somebody who was a little slightly tired, it was like the beginning is slow and to the point that I'm like, oh, I'm falling a little bit asleep.
Yeah. I don't know. I love all the characters. They're so ridiculous at times, but we'll dive right in here. So we start off with, a bunch of kids on the beach and
having a
bonfire, smoking joints, drinking, just having a good time because it's fucking 1975. one of the kids who is there on vacation, he doesn't live on the island, he mentions later, goes to flirt with a girl, and then she takes off running. He chases after her.
And he's like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Chrissy." She's stripping.
So, Chrissy!
And running.
She's so dumb.
I know.
And he's like, "Where are you going?" "Swimming!" Like, she's the most boring person ever. So she jumps in the water naked, and she's, swimming out in the middle of the night, and then it just passes the fuck out while he's trying to take his pants off and falls asleep. You lucky bastard. And Chrissy is just, yelling, "Come in the water, what are you doing?" And then something's underneath her, and she starts, getting pulled under the water. And she tries to grab onto the buoy, and she's getting dragged back and forth, and finally she just gets sucked under the water.
Fun fact, do you know that the actual actress was actually getting pulled around with a rope? And she actually got hurt sometimes. And some of them were actual screams.
Oh, Jesus. I was going to say it looked like fun, but I guess not.
Nope, it hurt her hip.
I believe it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, she dead. Just
Dead.
gets sucked under.
Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this.
Yeah, she ain't waking up.
She's not waking up.
The next morning, we meet Chief Brody, Roy Scheider. Wakes up with his wife, and he's, you're getting a little bit of his backstory. They're from New York. They just moved there. So he could be the police chief. He's doing a really bad New England accent. So they park the car, and they're fucking around with the accent. And then he gets a phone call saying, like, you need to get down to the beach right away. So, he yells at his kids for being on the swing because his son comes in pleading, and then he's like, "Alright, I'm leaving." So he fucks off to the beach, and then we find out what happened to the girl, Chrissy. Just ripped apart by a fucking shark. Like, bad.
Yeah, so we actually just see her hand.
Just see the hand.
That's it, sticking out.
Yeah. This is why it's a great movie, because they don't show everything.
No.
Just enough. Because the 70s, there's a shit ton of gory movies in the 70s. But this one was done tastefully.
Dead Alive, wasn't that in the 70s?
No, that was 92.
Oh, never mind.
The Year of Josh, I believe.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure.
The Year of Josh.
Yeah. So, he's talking to the kid who passed out the night before, and he's having, like, very uncomfortably pleasant conversation for a kid that, in his mind, watched a girl drown. Because he was like, "Yeah, she probably drowned." It's like, alright, you're weirdly calm. But then his Deputy Hendricks, blows his whistle, and that's when we find her body. And then the medical examiner initially rules it as a shark attack. So Brody goes, and he's, getting a bunch of supplies together to shut down the beaches, and he's going to the general store and knocking shit over and to paint signs and shit. Because the town does not have beach close signs, because they're a summer town, and they've never closed the beaches for anything.
Yeah. It's their biggest moneymaker.
Yeah. That's a lot of island communities do that.
Yeah.
So he's going to make these signs to close down the beaches. Deputy pulls up and tells him that the Boy Scouts are out swimming to get their badges or whatever. So he speeds out there, and he hops on like a little ferry and tells the guy, like, "Oh, take me out there so I could, talk to the kids." And this is where we meet one of my favorite characters, which is the mayor, in his horrible suits. So the mayor, Murray Hamilton plays him. he is the biggest piece of shit in this movie.
Yes.
So he pulls up with a car full of people, and they all jump out, including the medical examiner. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna close the beaches on your own authority? You can't do that." And like just being a smug asshole. And he's like, "Well, we have a shark problem now." And he's like, "No, it was a boating accident." He's like, points to the medical examiner. He's like, "Well, that's not what you told me." He's like, "No, that's what I'm telling you now. It's a boat accident." So clearly he was either bribed or threatened in some way. So yeah, they had to leave the beaches open. Which, I feel like word of mouth people would have known that there was a shark attack.
Yeah, especially if it's a small town.
Yeah.
And how they portray it looked like a small town.
Yeah.
Word gets out. But you have a lot of vacationers. So.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell the vacationers?
Yeah.
I would think that the locals would know, if anything.
Some of the locals, yeah. Something I missed that I wanted to bring up that I've never noticed before watching it this time. When he's at the station before he goes to get the science supplies, the person runs in and is like, "Oh, the little kids in the karate class have been karate chopping my fence." And in my head, I'm like, "That's stupid. Who cares? They're just kids." But when he's walking past, the fence is destroyed. Did you see that? Like, the fence was broken to shit from little kids karate chopping it.
I might have closed my eyes during that part.
It was fucking hilarious.
I'm going to have to rewatch that part again.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to rewatch the beginning again. Because, guys, I was really closing my eyes for some of it. I was struggling.
I never picked up on it until then, and it made me laugh very hard. So the beaches are open. Brody's at the beach with his family. We see the only person I care about in the whole movie was the black dog Pippin playing fetch.
Yeah, I loved him.
He's the only character I cared about.
He was so cute.
Yeah, was.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to talk to Chief Brody and annoy him, and including like an old man who was wearing like a swimming cap, and he's like, "Oh, you don't like going in the water, do you, Chief?" He's like, "Oh, that's some bad hat, Harry," and it just offends him. And then the little Kittner boy is like, "Oh, Ma, let me go out a little longer." And she's like, "All right, 10 more minutes." And boy, oh boy, was that a mistake. So,
mind you, this is the kid that has the cut on his hand.
No.
No?
That's a different kid.
It's a different kid?
The kid who had the cut is
I thought it
Brody's
was
son.
the same. Why the heck did the shark go for him then?
I don't know.
That made no sense. I thought it was because of the blood.
Nah, different kid. They went after him because of the big yellow raft he was floating on. I don't know shark sea color. But, yeah, he's out on his raft, and then the guy's yelling for Pippin the dog, and Pippin's gone, unfortunately.
At least they don't show that.
Thank God, I would have been pissed.
Because I probably would have turned off the movie after that.
Yeah, that'd have been sad. But you just see the stick he was playing with. And then this was probably like the most brutal kill, I would say, because you see Brody watches in the distance as the shark comes up and tears this little boy apart. And you see the boy like thrashing in the ocean.
Yeah.
And blood shooting everywhere. Even though it's like 20 feet away. So everybody starts screaming and
running in, grabbing their kids, knocking over each other.
Mm-hmm. And that's when the yellow raft covered in blood just washes up on shore. So after that, they call a town meeting in the smallest room possible. They call a town meeting. They tried to fit like 50 people in this closet of a room.
Small town.
I guess. Make a bigger room. Brody is really pushing to close the beaches. He's like really hell-bent. And even though this little boy was just ripped apart, and the dog, the townspeople are still cracking jokes. Like, just being shits.
Yeah.
And
the mayor's the worst, though.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
But the other guy was like, because they said there's going to be a $3,000 bounty.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy who was on the council was like, oh, my question is that going to be in cash or check? Ha 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 ha. And that other woman's like, I don't think that's funny at all. And Brody's like, we're closing the beaches. And everyone starts flipping the fuck out because that's how they make their money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the mayor pipes up. He's like, nah, only for 24 hours. Just 24 hours. Brody's like, I don't agree to that. And this is where we meet Quint.
Mm-hmm.
So, this movie has been, referenced and spoofed in so many movies and TV shows and even video games, and especially this scene where he's dragging his nail down the chalkboard to get everyone's attention, and everybody just goes silent, which would never happen in real life. But he's like, y'all know me, y'all know how I make a living. I'll hunt it for, 8? No, catch it and kill it for 10.
10,000. Yeah.
And he's like...
They should have given him the 10,000.
Well, at that point they should have.
At that point they should have, because you would have had a better chance.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, let me know if, you all can afford it or if you want to go on welfare for the winter. And, which is like a savage line. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right. So...
I didn't know the actor who plays him died, like, a few years later.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, he did. So, now we meet Matt Hooper, Richard Dreyfuss, who has been in a lot. He's another legendary actor. One of my favorite movies he's in was What About Bob? Fucking hilarious movie. He arrives right when people from not just the island, but all over. Like, they even said people all the way from fucking New Jersey are here.
I know, I peeped that. I was like,
funny.
New Jersey? What the heck are you doing over there?
So they're all showing up to collect this $3,000 bounty on this shark, and you just see like a bunch of fat white men piling into rowboats with like dynamite and guns and like the most ridiculous shit.
Packing in a whole bunch of people in like one boat.
Yeah.
One little boat.
Which is just stupid. You're gonna go so slow.
Yeah.
But he shows up and he's like, gentlemen, do you know if there's a good hotel or restaurant on the island? And he's standing on the dock and he's like, yeah, just walk forward. And he's like, well, they're all gonna die. So he goes and talks to Brody and introduce himself because he's a shark specialist.
Yeah.
And apparently, I guess they called him to come in, or called...
They did call him to come in and take care of the shark or...
help them in
help
any way.
them, yeah.
And, yeah, so he's there helping out. They all go out in their boats, and I love this scene because it shows... like how real fishermen are. Like, they just mumble to themselves. Like, the one guy's like, hey, I'm gonna catch this fish and I'm gonna hang it up and that's gonna be crazy. He's talking to no one, and he's just talking to himself. And
we all talk to ourselves a little bit.
yeah, but it was bad.
Yeah, they mumble to themselves.
Yeah, but I don't know, I thought it was funny. But then a shark gets caught.
Yeah.
The shark gets caught, and they hoist it up, and they're all excited, and they think they got it. And Brody's congratulating them, the mayor's congratulating them, they're taking pictures. Hooper walks in immediately and just starts measuring it, and he's like, no, definitely not.
I don't think that is the shark. Fun fact about that shark was actually caught in Florida, and they had to ship it over.
Really?
Yeah. So they filmed Jaws in Martha's Vineyard, and they sent it all the way because they couldn't catch a shark big enough for the film there. So they got one from Florida. By the time it came over to them, it was already like decomposed and everything. And it was like falling apart, and it smelled horrible.
Oh, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oof.
So a little tidbit for you.
That's always fun.
And it was like a tiger shark.
Tiger shark.
Yeah, because they needed something big.
They mentioned that it's a tiger shark because the guy's asking, what kind of shark is it? It's like, it's a tiger shark. What? That's the funniest line delivery in any movie. So Hooper's telling Brody, like, maybe it is the shark. It probably is, but we need to be 100% sure. Let's cut it open. Whatever it had in the last 24 hours is bound to still be in there. Let's just be sure. And that's when the mayor chimes in, and he's like, I do not want everyone standing here when that little Kittner boy comes spilling out onto the dock, which is
fair.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair way to put it. Mm-hmm. And that's when Mrs. Kittner shows up. I guess she came just from the funeral because she's in all black. Mm-hmm. And slaps the shit out of Brody.
Another little fun fact for you, because I was looking up at the facts for this movie, and there's so many hidden gems in this one. The actress who played Alex's mom didn't think she was going to be able to do that slap correctly without actually slapping the sheriff. So she actually ended up physically slapping him, and they took 17 takes. So he got slapped 17 times.
That's why his face is so red.
Yep, and he said it was the worst 17 takes of his life.
Jesus. Well, that's pretty funny, though. She probably had fun, though.
Yeah, she probably had fun. I would have fun slapping somebody.
I bet.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So, now we see Brody at home. Having dinner with his family. Hooper shows up and takes his fucking dinner away. It's like, oh, are you eating that? Takes the plate. Shows up with wine, and he's like, how was your day? And they start laughing. And he's explaining that, how he got into, being a shark expert, and goes into his background a little and tells a story about when he was a kid. He was out on his boat and a shark came and ripped it to shreds, and he swam back to the dock, and ever since then he was fascinated with sharks.
Yeah, it was a baby shark too.
Baby shark, yeah. And then he's letting them know, like, I have to go back to the Institute tomorrow and let them know that you still have a shark problem. Because there's no way that bite radius matches, the victim. Because he had originally, before that, they went and looked at the body of Chrissy, and he's like, these don't match at all.
Yeah.
And there's no way in hell this was a boating accident. So, he's like, we have to go look at the shark and cut it open and be sure. And Brody is fucking hammered at this point because he fills the whole glass with wine.
Yeah, because he thinks he's prepared to see a body.
Yeah.
Of a little boy in there.
Yeah. So they check out the shark, they cut it open. I thought this scene was kind of funny because Brody's standing like 10 feet back, yet Hooper continues to throw everything directly at him.
Yeah.
It just kept hitting his shoes. And he, like, throws a license plate at him. And he's like, yeah, there's no body in here. It's, came up from the Gulf Stream from the south. And, of course, the license plate said Louisiana.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that poor shark.
Probably, yeah. Probably hurt with that fucking license plate in
He
it.
was just minding his own business.
Mm-hmm.
And there these people come.
Fucking killing it with dynamite and shit.
Yeah.
So they decide to go out on Hooper's boat to, have a look. And we get a little bit more backstory of Hooper as well, because Brody's asking him, like, who pays for all of this? Like, 'cause it's a massive boat. Like, I mean, for the 70s, it's state-of-the-art equipment. And Hooper's like, oh, I paid for it. And he's like, what, are you rich? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, well, how rich? He's like, me or the whole family? And he's like, oh, shit. So, yeah, Hooper's fucking loaded.
Yeah.
They go out, they pick something up on his radar, and they find a boat, like, half underwater. And Brody's like, that's Ben Gardner's boat. He's a fisherman. Like, I know him. Hooper jumps in the water to go check it out. He's like, I gotta see the hull of the ship. So he goes scuba diving, and he finds a huge bite out of the bottom of the ship, of the boat, and a tooth sticking out. And then we see, presumably, Ben Gardner pop up for a jump scare. His dead body, rather.
Yeah, that's where I got the jump scare.
You're like,
Yeah.
and
I was definitely awake during this part.
yeah, you were.
Yeah. Once they got onto the sea, I was pretty awake.
Yeah,
It's a good movie, so
it is.
you can't deny.
Yeah. Hooper freaks out, drops the tooth, swims back to the boat, gets in, and that's when he goes back to the mayor, or the mayor calls Brody because somebody was vandalizing the welcome sign and painted like a shark on it, and like, yeah. And again, another horrible suit, a big gray suit with anchors all over it. His clothes are the worst, the mayor. But they're telling him, like, look, this is not just a shark, it's a great white. Like, it's massive.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor does not believe him. He's like, oh, you don't have the tooth? All right, well, I don't know what to tell you. And he's like, the beaches are going to be open. So now we see the amount of tourists pouring in. Like, there's so many people. And Brody goes to the beach with his family, but he's keeping an eye out on everything.
Yeah, he's all the way in the back, too.
He doesn't like the water.
Yeah.
Which they mention a lot. So yeah, he's watching. He has, shark spotters, like people keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like his son wants to go out in his boat that he got for his birthday, and he's like, take it to the pond, which is like a little lagoon. He's like, take it there, please, just do me that favor. And then a bunch of people, no one's in the water yet.
Yeah, no, not a single person is in the water. They know about the attack.
Yeah, people.
Nobody's brave enough to go in the water.
No, not at all.
If I knew there was a shark attack, I generally don't really like the ocean too much. I kind of do more like my feet. I like to... The deepest I'll go is I see the floor and I can touch the ground.
I don't know. The ocean never bothered me.
I won't go out far.
Oh, I'd go out far.
No.
I don't mind it.
Sharks don't necessarily come to the surface. It's very rare for a shark to come to the surface. Not impossible, but very rare.
I've never seen like a shark or anything like that in the wild. I have been at the beach and seen a dolphin swim by. But,
oh, cute.
yeah, it was cool.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm allergic to shellfish, so I don't like to go out and then, God forbid, I touch something.
Yeah.
And then get hives. Because I have gotten hives before. I used to go cliff diving when I was younger with my grandpa. And so you have to go out further and then swim back in. And it would never fail for me to break out into some hives on my body.
Yeah. Yeah, you were very allergic.
Yeah.
Oof.
Our cat Frankie is giving us a death stare right now.
What the fuck is your problem?
She wants to eat. She wants to eat Fancy Feast because we feed our cats late at night.
Yeah.
The wet food. And she's having a bitch fit.
She's having a BF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, we were watching the movie last night, and I look up, because I hear Jess be like, what are you looking at? And I look over, and Frankie is like a foot away from her, just giving her the death stare.
I know. Lately, I've been feeding the cats, because I stay up a little later than Josh. So I've been feeding them, and I've been trying to win our boys' love over. So I try to feed them now, and so now she knows I'm the one who's feeding. So she tries to sit near me and then just look at me with this like face of like, are you gonna get up and feed me now? Like, hello?
She looks at you like, I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. What the fuck?
Oh, God.
She's scary.
She is scary, dude. It was worse when I would feed them at like 2 a.m. because I'd be dead asleep and she would come up and scratch the back of my neck, like really bad. But
oh yeah, after this I'm probably gonna do some editing, and she starts scratching and headbutting the back of like my neck, and I'm like, you're ridiculous. You need to wait.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, the mayor is at the beach, and he tells one of his friends, get in the water, basically. Like, no one's in the water. Get your family. Get in the water. Show them it's okay. I felt so bad for this fucking guy, because he looked terrified. But he grabs his wife and his small children, and they mosey into the water, and then everybody slowly joins
They go
them.
out far, too, because I probably would have been like, alright, I'm gonna put my feet in. I'm in.
They go very far.
Yeah.
We noticed that right away. We're like, he said get in the ocean, not swim a mile out. Like,
Yeah. And the wife is all sunburned. Like, I think she had enough.
She was red as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do when you're sunburned is go back in the water.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, people all start to get in.
They're like, oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But then we have 2 little kids play a prank, and they have a fake shark fin, and they're scaring people, and everyone flips the fuck out and starts running out of the water.
That's kind of funny, though.
It is funny. But something I also had never noticed before watching last night, there's little kids on a raft, and this big fat guy like pushes them off the raft to jump on. He's like, get off, just to swim away from the shark. It was really funny.
Yeah, and at first I was like, I mean, I don't blame him, but then I was like, no, I'm not that shitty of a person.
Yeah, I blame him.
If I saw a whole bunch of kids on a raft and we were trying to run away from a shark, I probably would have pulled the raft with me to be like, come on, like, let's go, like, to get to safety.
Yeah.
If I could.
Yeah, everyone did not give a shit.
No, they didn't give a shit.
They collectively panicked.
Yeah.
The kids get caught by cops in the boat. They like point guns at him. He's like, oh, he made me do it. And then while that's happening, one girl actually sees a real shark going towards the pond or the lagoon where the boys took the boat out. So she starts screaming. Brody hears this, and he didn't start running yet. He just kind of was like, all right, and reluctantly started walking towards her.
Well, because she was screaming, and pointing, but after, like, seeing the kids, like, faking that there was a shark, it's kind of like giving the boy who cried wolf.
I Yes.
So it's kind of like, do I believe it? Do I not? I think that's why he was kind of slow rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. But then he started running.
Yeah, once he saw it actually was the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we see the boys in their boat yelling at each other about tying a knot, and then a random older man is like, "You boys okay?" It's kind of creepy. Immediately gets knocked out of his boat by the shark. And so do the boys. Shit happens. They don't really show it, but you see the boys dragging Brody's son out of the water.
Uh-huh.
He's not hurt, he's just in shock because the shark swam past them. So he was like scared shitless.
I would be too.
Yeah. And then their other little son is like crying because his brother got dragged out of the water.
Yeah. I'm so bad. I was like, why is he crying?
Yeah, like, did somebody step on a sandcastle? I'm like, that's his brother.
I was like, did somebody step on his sandcastle?
Jesus.
He's like, no, that's his brother. And I'm like, the way he was positioned, do you think he would have seen his brother, though?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That was the implication, that he saw his brother and he was sad and scared.
Yeah. Okay.
Not because somebody fucking kicked over his sandcastle.
It would have been funny.
It would have been
if that
funny.
happened.
It would have been hilarious. But yeah, so Brody's son goes to the hospital to get checked out. They're keeping him overnight. The mayor is at the hospital and Brody is pissed and grabs him and he's like, "You're gonna sign this paper to close the beaches and hire Quint."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "It's not a question, you're doing it." And the mayor's talking to himself. He's like, "Well, we don't have to close the beaches. Maybe we could salvage next month and this and that." And Brody's like, "Shut the fuck up, sign the paper. This is done." So he does. And
Yeah.
Brody and Hooper go and hire Quint. And Quint is drinking this delicious beer that I'm drinking and boiling the jaws of sharks that he hunted to hang on his wall. So they decide that they're all going to go out and hunt the shark. Hooper shows up with a bunch of like state-of-the-art equipment. Quint makes fun of him immediately. He's like, "What are you going to do with all that crap?" And they go out looking for the shark. And this is where I guess you really like the movie because shit actually happens.
Yeah, this is where I really was like alert and awake.
Yeah.
The second half of the movie.
Yeah.
Probably like an hour in when they're out to sea.
Mm.
That's when I'm like, shut up, awake, I was alert.
Mm.
That tends to be my favorite parts though.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of when they're out to sea, there's a lot of like phrases and lines that they say that I really, really enjoy of that movie.
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean, it's a great movie. Rotten Tomatoes, 97%. Popcorn meter, 98%.
Yeah.
And it still holds up today.
Still holds up.
Mm-hmm.
There's one part when they're on the boat, like when they first go out, that I don't... It's like ASMR. Quint is like sitting there in his little chair and he's hooking up his giant fishing pole,
Mm-hmm.
like very slowly, and he's like hooking the chair to the fishing pole and like moving it slowly and like silently. I don't know why, it's very satisfying to watch.
It is. It's really satisfying to watch.
Yeah. And then something gets snagged and he's, fighting with this shark, and he's telling Hooper to grab some water and dump it on the fishing line because it's getting too hot, and I don't know, it's just satisfying to watch.
Yeah, because can't that start a fire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But then he ends up harpooning the shark. They tie a barrel to the rope. I guess it's to try to keep the shark like at least close to the surface because the barrel's empty, so like the air keeps it like pulls it to the surface. That, and they could follow the barrel.
Yeah. I thought it was more just like as like a little tag to put on it to follow it.
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then they hook it with two, and they try to keep it up more. It's kind of like if you're at a pool and you have a beach ball and you try to like jump on it and it pushes you up. That's the same term or same thing. So they fight with this fucking thing for a while, and harpooning it and shooting it for no reason and does no damage. So they lose track of it for a while. The sun goes down. They're sitting in the cabin of the boat, and it's a legendary scene. If you ever look up greatest movie scenes of all time, this is easily top 5. Mm-hmm. They're going back and forth. They're hammered drunk, talking about scars they have and whatnot, and it's like, oh, I got bit by this shark. Oh, I got bit by this one. Oh, like back and forth. And then Quint had, I guess, a tattoo removed, and Hooper was asking him about it, and he's like, that was the USS Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, you were on that? And he's like, oh, yeah. And he goes into like a very long monologue, basically in a nutshell, talking about watching his friends getting ripped in half by sharks after their ship sank in World War II. And just watching this scene, and you look in the background and you see Hooper's face is just in shock because it's like such a horrific story. And then you know the truth behind when they filmed it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. So, Robert Shaw, who plays Quint, was a very bad drunk.
Yes.
Like, very bad. He showed up on set and he asked Steven Spielberg, hey, they're supposed to be drunk in this scene. Can I go have a few drinks to kind of get in the swing of things, make the scene more believable? And Steven Spielberg reluctantly said yes. Mm-hmm. Robert Shaw returned an hour later, being carried by 2 people working on set. Tried to do the scene, failed miserably, and got sent home to sober up. And then
he apologized.
He called Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, and then he asked if he could do a redo. Mm-hmm. And he'll do better. Came back, was way better, and then he did this. Nailed it in almost one take. Yeah. And Steven Spielberg actually said, like, he called him the next day and was very upset, and he was like, did I embarrass you? Like, to Steven Spielberg. And he's like, no, you're fine. Just, let me know when you're ready. Come on back. We'll try it again. And the fact that he said, like, he was worried about embarrassing Spielberg, it meant a lot to him. Like, it shows where, like, his heart was in the right place. He's like, all right, so he is sorry. But yeah, he came back and fucking nailed the scene, like, right away. Nice, yeah. Yeah. It was very cool. The scene is amazing. So the next day, they're back at it with the harpoons and the barrels, and when they first have the shark surface, right? Mm-hmm. And he's chumming. Brody goes, "You're gonna need a bigger boat." Yes. That was improvised. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That little famous line. That was also a scene that jump scared you. Yeah. It did. I heard you. There was another scene that jump scared me, but I can't remember. Was it that one? It was that, and then when it comes through, I know when the body came and popped out. Always gets me. Yeah. Never fails. The face with the eyes bulging out is very yes. No, because that one definitely got you, and then when it comes through the side of the boat later on. Yeah, that one got me. Yeah. Yes. I forgot about that one. But yeah. Yeah, you forget about it, and then you're just like, la, 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 and then it's there. and then you instantly remember.
Yeah. And he's just a whole bucket of chum that he's throwing out, and he's like, yeah, try shoveling this shit, and then you see the shark pop out and scare the shit out of him. That's the first real close-up you see of the shark in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they decide to, they shoot it with the harpoons, they hook it. Brody goes to radio for help, and Quint smashes the radio. You asked me why he did that. It's because he didn't want anybody else collecting the bounty.
Yeah, that pissed me off. I would have been so pissed. And they just kind of went along with it. They were like, okay.
Yeah. Well, Brody was pissed. But,
he was pissed, but not, like, as pissed as I would have been. I was like, motherfucker, you're getting us killed.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
He did it with a big smile on his face, too, which is funny.
Yeah.
They decide to head for, because they know it's chasing them now. So they decide to head for shallow waters. They were trying to drag it in at first, but it ripped the ropes off of the ship.
Yeah. So they were trying to detach the ropes.
Yeah. Hooper got caught, and yeah.
Because they were being pulled.
Big time. They go to head for shallower waters, being chased by the shark, and Quint is like, I don't know, he's just out of his fucking mind, and he pushes the boat too hard and blows the engine.
Yeah, and Hooper and him are like fighting this whole time, and yeah.
Hooper's trying to tell him what to do, and Quint's like, God.
Yeah.
But he blows the engine, so they're not going anywhere. The only thing they could think of left, Hooper has his shark cage, which they put together and put in the water, and he's like, alright, I have this harpoon with the tip is poison. It can't pierce the shark, but if I'm in the cage, I can at least try to get it in its mouth, and that should do it. Sounds simple enough. So they put him in the cage, they lower him down. Shark immediately fucking destroys the cage.
Yeah.
So, you were telling me something about...
Yeah, so Jaws is actually based on a book.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody didn't know that little tidbit. So, originally in the book, Hooper goes down in this cage, and it's obviously ripped to shreds by the shark, and the shark eats him. So, when they were filming this, they actually had legit specialists come up aboard bringing a great white shark to destroy a cage, and they put like a dummy of him, and they were trying to get the shark to get the dummy, but no matter what, shark would not go inside the cage, would destroy the cage, but had no interest in going inside the cage at all to like snag the fake body. So the movie, they just changed it to, okay, well then Hooper kind of escapes and he survives.
It's an interesting fact. I didn't know that. I gotta read the book, because the book I've heard is amazing.
I definitely want to read the book. As I was like finding facts here and there of the movie and the book, I'm like, I gotta go read this book.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But the shark, like, not only fucks up the cage, but goes, like, on top of it to stop it from going up, and was, like, thrashing all around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Hooper swims out and, like, hides under a reef. The shark swims away for a minute. Brody and Quint try to pull the cage up, and the wire snaps. So they quickly wrap it around part of the boat and pull it up to see Hooper's not in there.
Yep.
So while this is happening, the shark goes and destroys the back of the ship, right? Like, it jumps up on it?
Yeah, it's starting to jump up on it and taking the... You know, the boat is sinking. this point.
The shark's essentially done fucking around and like jumps on the back of the boat.
Yeah, and starts pulling it down, so they're holding on for dear life.
And Quint he grabs Brody's hand and then slips and slides into the shark's mouth. And the shark just chomps down on him, and you see him spit up blood, and you're like, oh no. So Quint, eaten. He's gone.
Yeah.
And this is the jump scare, because then Brody is still in the boat. He's running, like, through the boat, and then the shark comes in the side.
Yes.
And scares the shit out of him.
Yes, this is where the suspense, and you're just like, ah. Like, how the hell do you get away? I would have been dead.
Yeah.
My ass would have been dead.
Brody grabbed the, it's like a nitrous tank, I guess he had, something like that, and he threw it at him, and he, like, landed in the shark's mouth, and the shark swam away. Brody just grabs a gun, climbs out onto the boat, like the top, like climbs up on the balcony, and the shark decides, I guess, to ram him.
Yeah, the shark's done. Shark's like, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. So the shark's flying at Brody, and Brody's just taking shot after shot. And he's like, smile, you son of a bitch, because he sees the tank and he shoots it, and the shark just fucking explodes everywhere.
Yeah, it takes a couple tries, but yep, he explodes. And that is very different from the book, so they changed that to have that scene in the movie. In the book, apparently, they just pretty much shoot the shark to death.
I like this ending better.
I like this ending better. It works more for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more suspenseful.
Yeah. Watching him miss all the shots and then finally hit the perfect one.
Yeah, because if you were just shooting the thing to death, like, it's not as suspenseful.
No. So, by this point, the boat is gone. Brody's, floating on some debris, and then up pops Hooper, and he's alive and well, and he's like, is Quint, and he's like, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they grab some of the barrels and make like a little raft, and they swim back to shore.
Yeah.
And roll credits.
And yep, roll credits.
I don't know. I absolutely love this movie.
It's a great movie. So I was wondering as to how long sharks live for, because I don't really know too much about sharks. I always thought sharks only live to like 12, 15 years, because that's just what I'm used to with animals. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of another reason why I don't really like the ocean too much, because of the unknown and what lurks in there. And we just haven't discovered much of the ocean. However, great white sharks live 70 plus years. So that's creepy. And then I was also seeing, what's the longest living shark out there? So right now it's called a Greenland shark, and they live up to 250 to 500 plus years. Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
Yeah.
Is it a Greenland shark?
Greenland shark. Yep.
How big are they?
I'm not too big.
Slow-moving predator, native to cold, deep water, Arctic and North Atlantic oceans. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. 400 to 500 years. That's crazy.
Right? Insane.
I love sharks.
And then just a regular blue shark lives 15, 16 years. So maybe that was the type of shark I was thinking.
Yeah.
More.
I don't know why this all just reminded me. Max, my friend, and his father had a pet shark for the longest time. I forget what they named it, but I remember going to see it.
Yeah, eventually you do have to get rid of it, because
they get way too big.
They get way too big.
Yeah.
Not just kill it, just,
Yeah.
donate it.
Move it to a bigger tank. But yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I give this movie a fucking 100 out of 10. I love this movie.
It's a great movie. I kind of agree with the popcorn meter, 98%.
absolutely fair.
Yeah. Not a complete 100, but I do enjoy it. It aged well. And it's a great cult classic. Would you say this is one of your favorite Steven Spielberg's directed movies?
It's my favorite one.
It is your favorite one.
Yeah, I don't like E.T. as much.
Oh, that was my favorite.
E.T. upsets me. I
love E.T.
Yeah.
I love E.T. so much. E.T. and then I also he also directed Ready Player One.
That's a good movie. I've only seen it once. I like that one.
Yes, you only watched it once because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. You think I would watch it because I love video games, but no, I haven't seen it before you showed me.
Yeah, because you had it in your movie collection when we were dating.
Mm-hmm.
He had a whole bunch of movies that I inherited as we got married, and I think that was one of your movies. I can't remember if it was one of. Okay, so it was still in the wrapping, and I was like, oh, you like that movie? It's a great movie, and da 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 da. And he's like, never saw it, and I was like, no. So we ended up watching it once for one of our dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many movies on that shelf right now that still have plastic on them.
I know, and the one I've watched them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I tend to open them, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yes.
But yeah, this is my second favorite movie of all time. So for me, first is always Count of Monte Cristo.
I was gonna say The Count of Monte Cristo. Oh, right?
Yeah, that's my all-time favorite movie. Then Jaws, then Back to the Future.
And Fargo?
Fargo is after Back to the Future.
Interesting.
Because Back to the Future is another perfect movie. Fargo is just its own playing field. It's such an amazing movie, but
Back to the Future's fun.
Love Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Jaws.
That's Jaws for you guys. There's a lot of more fun facts. Did you want another little fun fact for you guys? Oh, so you know what? Before we got on here, I was telling Josh about the actress that plays the mom of Alex. Went to a restaurant, right? And she ordered a sandwich called the Alex sandwich from Jaws. And she told her waiter that she played the mother of Alex in Jaws. And they were like, oh, okay, really? Hold on one sec. Somebody's a huge fan of Jaws. And they want to come out and talk to you. Is that okay? And then she was like, yeah, no problem. And out comes Alex, the kid who played Alex. And they had a little reunion.
That's such a great story.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Cute story.
Yeah, it's a really great story. I also kind of find it funny that... So they named the shark Bruce. The mechanical shark.
Yes. I also told you this one, too.
Yeah. They named the mechanical shark Bruce. It did not work well at all. And I just find that funny because I have a mechanic named Bruce that does not work well at my job. So
it makes sense.
Makes me laugh.
Maybe his parents knew what to name him.
You know what? It's possible.
Yeah.
Timeline adds up.
Yeah. So, there was 3 mechanical sharks for this movie, and they kept breaking. Hence why they probably only were very limited in their time.
Everything.
Yeah.
Broke on this movie. They made documentaries about that.
Yeah, they weren't prepared for... They thought of everything except for, the salt water. Which fucked things up.
The sharks kept breaking. The boat kept sinking. Which I found funny. But yeah, they still managed to make one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, so they made it work. Steven called them, or Spielberg, sorry, it's a little weird.
Stevie called them. No.
Stevie! I wonder if anybody has ever called him Stevie. I'm sure.
Probably immediately scolded for it, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyways, he named them Bruce after his lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And then many years later, in our early 2000s, a movie called Finding Nemo comes out.
Mm.
And they named the shark in there Bruce.
See, this movie...
Full circle.
This movie has been quoted and referenced in so many different things.
Yeah, that you just don't think
Yeah.
about it. But it does. It randomly comes up.
Yeah.
One last little tidbit for you guys. Steven Spielberg was 28 years old when this movie came out.
So yeah, never doubt a young filmmaker.
Never.
Yeah, I love Steven Spielberg.
He's great.
If I had to think of another one of his movies I really loved, Close Encounters is another amazing movie. I don't know if you've watched that one.
I don't know that one.
That's the UFO one.
Yeah, I saw Poltergeist come out, but he didn't direct that one. He helped produce that one.
Yeah.
And I love Poltergeist.
Yeah. Poltergeist, the Indiana Jones movies.
A lot of shit.
Yeah. Did he make... Was this AI, Artificial Intelligence, with Steven Spielberg? I hate that movie. Sorry. That's a depressing movie.
Oh, is that the one that he's like, I'm a real boy, or whatever?
Yeah, it's Haley Joel Osment is a little boy robot that gets abandoned on the side of the road.
Yo, that movie scarred me.
That is one of the most depressing movies.
Yeah.
Because he goes to Manhattan, and Manhattan is like underwater, and then he gets frozen, and aliens thaw him out like hundreds of years after humans are extinct. And then all he wants is to see his mother again, which is the same woman that abandoned him. Like, it's so upsetting.
It is really upsetting. Yes.
Oh,
yes, that movie
God.
was very traumatizing.
Yeah.
That movie was traumatizing when I was young, and so was I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Because of the dog.
Anything with an animal, I can't do it.
Yeah, anything with an animal, like... Yeah.
I won't do it. But, yeah.
Alrighty, guys. It's my turn to spin the wheel.
Yes.
We did add some new categories because we knocked out 5. I guess what we're doing so far is just knocking out 5 and then adding 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to debate on if we want to do that method again this round, or do we want to complete everything off of this wheel before we change it up. Because there are some of these topics that have been on here for a long time that we have just not gotten. But anyways, the new ones that we added are So Bad That It's Good. Kids Halloween. So like a family-friendly...
Yeah.
Around Halloween type thing. To Be Original.
Yes.
And The End of the World.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. And then just to give you... Oh, and I'm sorry. The last one is year you were born. So you remember how you were saying Dead Alive, Brain Dead, was the year of Josh? So you're going to have to either review another Year of Josh, or we're going to have to do a movie of Year of Jess.
Okay.
Yep.
I like it.
Alrighty, so, and then just a refresher to refresh you guys' memory, the other topics that have been on here for a bit, supernatural, classic, 2020s and up, teen horror, psychological, cosmic, and holiday.
Nice.
Alrighty, so ready?
Let's do it.
Good spin, good spin. Teen horror.
Yeah. You wanted that one.
I did, but now I don't. Oh, okay. I could do it. You know, to be honest with you, the only reason why I wanted teen horror was to do Fear Street. Mm-hmm. But we did Fear Street.
We did.
And then the other teen horror movie that I would have loved to do, but we already did, would have been Totally Killers. Which we did. And there's someone inside your house.
Wow, we did a lot of them.
So...
You gotta be creative, babe.
I gotta be creative, because I kind of knocked out my more favorite ones, I guess.
Yeah.
I would say. So I have to kind of dig deep and really think.
I think you'll be alright.
Alright. I will think of something, because I do love teen horror.
Yeah.
So.
It's your favorite.
It is my favorite, but I'm like, we did my favorites. So, I'll figure it out, though.
We'll figure it out.
I thought I was going to get one of the new topics.
I was kind of hoping.
I was kind of hoping for one of the new topics, not going to lie.
I want to land on Cosmic so bad.
You want to land on Cosmic?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you will.
I hope.
Well, our light is flickering, so...
Oh, the house is telling us to end the episode, I guess.
Yep. The light is telling us to wrap things up. Frankie's giving us a death stare because she's ready to eat.
She needs to chill out.
Yeah, because it's not even time. We try to feed her at, like, midnight. She's not a gremlin, guys. She can eat.
Yeah.
Past midnight.
Gremlins is a good movie. That's Steven Spielberg, right?
Is it? Is he a director on it?
I think
he did work on Gremlins, but was he the director?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
He was?
Mm-hmm.
Ah! That's a good one, guys.
Or directed by Joe Dante and produced by Steven Spielberg.
So he was the producer of it. He wasn't the director.
Alright,
I was thinking of just director. Yeah. I mean, he does a lot. He even screenwrites, too.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. That's what we have for you guys. Lovely cult classic. We've done a couple cult classics, too.
Good amount, yeah.
Yeah, good amount. But I would say that this is probably the best cult classic, or usually when people think cult classic, you think, majority of people think Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Or Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Of first things that pop up to your mind that you think about. So, thank you guys for joining us. Have a good night or day, whatever time you listen to us.
Yes, and we will see you next week with a teen horror movie.
Yep, of my choosing. So, bye guys.
Bye.